President Hanich, since being named Chairman and CEO of Labcorp in 2019, Mr. Adam Schechter from the LaSalle University class of 1986 has taken this highly respected and leading global life sciences company to new levels of growth and influence. Labcorp is a leader in diagnostics and drug development that helps doctors, hospitals, pharmaceutical companies, researchers, and patients make clear and confident personal and public health decisions. Through their unparalleled capabilities, Labcorp provides insights and accelerates innovations to both improve health and improve lives around the world. Over the last 18 months, Mr. Schechter's ambitious agenda for Labcorp has included working with the CDC, FDA, World Health Organization, pharmaceutical companies, and federal, state, and local governments on not only COVID-19 testing, but supporting the development of vaccines and tracking the many variants of COVID-19 present throughout the world. He was also personally involved in assisting our own campus with our COVID-19 planning, which greatly helped our local and on-campus communities safely return to in-person learning this spring. Prior to joining Labcorp, Mr. Schechter served in numerous leadership roles at the multinational pharmaceutical company Merck, including as Executive Vice President and President of Global Human Health. While serving at Merck, among other accomplishments, Mr. Schechter focused on ensuring that Merck's medicines and vaccines were available to people around the world, led a large global organization across the spectrum of commercial operations, transformed Merck's commercial model, and led the integration of Merck and Schering-Plough. Mr. Schechter's leadership and dedication to LaSallian values have been demonstrated in his community involvement, serving as chair of the board for Water.org, a nonprofit organization which has changed the lives of over 33 million people by breaking down financial barriers for those living in poverty to provide access to safe drinking water and sanitation. He is also the chair of the Corporate Advisory Council of the National Alliance for Hispanic Health and executive advisor to the Healthy Americas Foundation. He has also served on the boards of the European Federation of Pharmaceutical Industries and Associations, the Healthcare Leadership Council, and the Muriel Animal Health Company. And although he completed his degree in biology at LaSalle, he was inducted into Beta Gamma Sigma in 2017, an academic honor society exclusive to business schools accredited by AACSB International for his leadership in business and the pharmaceutical industry. With all of Mr. Schechter's proven work and dedication to COVID-19 testing and vaccine development, global life sciences, and nonprofit board service, we believe it is fitting to recognize an individual whose life is a role model for our convictions. Therefore, I present Adam H. Schechter to you for the degree Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Thank you so much, Dr. Robertson James. Mr. Schechter, thank you for coming back to celebrate with your alma mater today, a place that has strong ties for you and your family. Mr. Schechter met his wife Donna while at LaSalle, and his daughter Lauren completed both her undergraduate and master's degree with us as well. Mr. Schechter, your remarkable career has stayed the course at a time when the healthcare industry has been under siege with this global pandemic. It is clear that your deep understanding of pharmaceutical research, clinical drug development and approval processes, pharmaceutical sales and marketing, and global health initiatives have successfully enabled you to lead strategic teams that implement best practices globally in harnessing science for human good. You clearly found inspiration at LaSalle. Your very presence tells us that, indeed, explorers are never lost. We take great pride in the path that you have forged and commend the skills and accomplishments which have garnered the recognition of healthcare leaders from throughout and across this world. Therefore, with all gathered here today, I am very pleased to confer upon you, Mr. Adam Schechter, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Thank you for the kind introduction, Dr. Robinson James, and thank you, President Hanich, and distinguished members of the faculty and the Board of Trustees for having me here today. And a big, I mean a big hello for the class of 2021. I would also like to acknowledge your families and your friends who have supported you along the way. It wasn't long ago that I was in the stands watching my daughter, Section 107, watching my daughter Lauren graduate from LaSalle. To all the parents of class of 2021, congratulations to you too. I hope you see what I see. We have spent the last year in various stages of lockdowns and quarantines as we faced the worst pandemic in over 100 years. To be here today, in person, on the home field of my favorite football team, Fly Eagles Fly, and as an alumnus of LaSalle, is very special. I am honored to be receiving an honorary doctorate degree today. After telling my wife, Donna, 36 years ago, that I would be a doctor, I can now say I've been true to my word. But more importantly, I'm here today to celebrate you, as it's your day to receive your degrees and to chart your course for the future. Like generations before you, your degree is hard-earned, but your class is different. You are here in spite of unprecedented circumstances. In addition to the pandemic, the last year has also brought other challenges to our community, to the country, and to the world. That perseverance says a lot about you and your class. Take time to celebrate this well-earned achievement and reflect on your tenacity, your resilience, and your ability to overcome challenges. I am so optimistic about what's ahead for you. The world is changing quickly. The pandemic showed us all what we could do as individuals to impact our communities and the world at large. We heard many stories of hope, from how our teachers supported students who had to pivot to remote learning, to how our frontline healthcare workers fought day and night to save countless lives. For all of our healthcare workers here today, thank you so much for your service. We have also witnessed profound changes to healthcare, with breakthrough vaccines and treatments approved in record time. We've seen firsthand what can happen when people rally together and focus on a common purpose. You are graduating at a time full of potential. We need you to be innovators who reframe life after the pandemic. You have an amazing opportunity to help us return to something new, something better than what normal used to be. Many of you are still wondering what's next. By the time I made it to the seat that you're sitting in now, I still had no idea what I would do. No one is more surprised than me that I ended up a CEO. But you see, life deals you more surprises than it does certainty. When I became CEO of Labcorp in late 2019, I could not have predicted where we were today. There was no playbook for responding to a pandemic. My preparation consisted of my LaSalle education, my life's experiences, and guidance from countless professionals in the healthcare community. To help you prepare for your own unpredictable journey, I'd like to share some thoughts on how to handle what comes next, whatever that may be. First, keep a sense of curiosity. Be a lifelong learner. Assume the world will keep changing and your degree is just the foundation for your future. Be curious. Ask questions. Challenge the status quo. Think differently and create solutions to the problems around you. Remember, the wider and the stronger you build your base, the taller your pyramid will be. This is the time to build your strong base. Think global, but stay grounded. There are many countless lessons from COVID, including the realization that we truly are all part of a global community. A virus knows no borders. Take the time to listen and understand people from all backgrounds. Be open to rethinking your views. Some of the most rewarding experiences I've had are traveling and hearing the stories of people around the world. Those experiences and the people that I've met along the way have guided my values and helped to shape who I am today. At the same time, find balance in your life at home. Have time for your friends, for your families, for your loved ones. Find hobbies. And remember, it's not just the destination, but also the journey that's important. Remember that innovation doesn't change and happen alone. Everybody needs help. I learned long after university the value of leaning on others and helping others along the way. I was in India working with water.org to bring clean water to local villages. At that time, I wasn't in the greatest physical shape. My twin boys saw me struggling, and they challenged me to take care of my health. A year later, we signed up for a Tough Mudder race, which is basically 10 miles of obstacles and mud until the finish line. Towards the end of the race, a wall stood between me and the finish line. I knew I couldn't make it up alone. I ran as fast as I could, and I jumped with my arms outreached, and my sons caught me and pulled me over the wall. Then all three of us reached out, and we helped those coming behind us over the wall. Your career will be the same. Learn to lean on others when you need help, but also to help others when you can. And finally, keep ethics and integrity at the forefront of everything you do. Know when you go to bed at night that you did the best you could. You worked as hard as you could. And you not only accomplished your goals, but you accomplished them in the right way. Apply the same resilience and determination that brought you this far to improving the world around you. I am optimistic about the future when I think about your class and what your generation is already doing to affect change for the greater good. I can't wait to see what you all do next. Congratulations, class of 2021. Be safe, be well, and thank you.